What's up, everyone? Belligerent here with another Bloodline video. And I just want to chat with you for a little bit while I kind of go through some of my daily stuff in the game. This isn't going to be a very informative video. Like, there's nothing to learn here. I just kind of want to chat about the state of Bloodline as I see it, because I don't know how everybody else is feeling. I know I'm a little kind of down on it at the moment. And I have seen similar, I think, responses to the game in my Discord, because either that or I'm getting really boring. But the activity on my Discord has gone down a lot. As far as people talking about Bloodline, playing Bloodline, etc., 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 etc. So I just kind of wanted to chat about it. And I think where we need to start is, honestly, I think balance in the game is probably the biggest problem right now, right? I don't know, I feel like the game is kind of in a tailspin, and I don't know that I see a way for them to pull it out of the tailspin without some serious overhauls going on. Let's talk about the champion that everybody hates, right? And if you're listening, Bloodline, this is not an exaggeration. This is legitimate. Everybody hates female Devala. Nerf the champion. Okay, and it's a very simple nerf. Here, I'm going to present problems, and then I'm even going to give you fixes for it, because we're 6 months into the game. Some of the stuff still needs to get fixed, and it's mind-boggling that it hasn't been fixed yet. Devala is a relatively new problem, but probably the biggest problem in the game right now. Let me know in the comments if you disagree, but I think everybody pretty much hates female Devala, even if you have a good one. I have a decent female Devala. She wins me the majority of my fights. However, I am beyond sick and tired of the who has the better female Devala combat, and that's all this game is anymore. When it comes to PvP, I don't care if it's an arena. I don't care if it is in Valley of Conquerors. The fights all come down to who has the better female Devala. And it is boring. Man, do I miss the days where I hated female Lionstone and wanted her nerfed. It's a very simple fix, too. Her passive needs to change from 5 seconds to a second, 2 seconds, something like that. Right, her passive should protect her from one hit, not the entire team hitting her for 5 seconds. That's broken. That's why she's broken. You could also tone down the damage she does while she is in her ultimate. But I think the easiest fix is to change the passive from 5 seconds to 1 second or 2 seconds. It should save her from a hit, give her a chance to get in her ult. But when she's not, I've seen it where she is nowhere near her ult, but by the time the passive is over, she's ready to ult. It's got to stop. Devala, just so bad. That champion is literally, in my opinion, literally killing the game. The second thing that needs to get fixed is Vigor. The state of the game right now, after they turned off Vigor in this panic move, which, don't get me wrong, I feel was kind of the right move, because where Vigor was taking the game was bad. But you can't flood the bathroom, turn off the bathtub, and then go, okay, it's fixed. You got to clean up the mess. And right now, what Bloodline is a giant mess of imbalance. Devala is imbalanced comparison to all of the other champions. And now Vigor is imbalanced. If you were somebody who saw the vigor train coming and did a whole bunch of vigor on your team, and you have the strong vigor team, you probably don't care that they necessarily turned it off as much. But everybody else who didn't get on the vigor train, or maybe only got one champion up to vigor level 50 or something like that, or even if you have one or two champions up at like vigor 40, vigor 50, now you throw a champion on there, you can't get any vigor on them because the vigor system now sucks. And so everything is imbalanced and lopsided. And speaking of imbalanced and lopsided, let's talk about the champion introductions. Like here, this is one of the things I think is really causing some of the most negative feelings towards the game outside of the imbalanced gameplay that I was just talking about. It is, and if you guys are watching this and watching me just go through arena and you're like, why are you bullying all these small teams? I'm just trying to get turkeys right now. I'm not looking for matches that I may or may not lose. I'm just trying to get the stupid turkeys for the battle pass because I got a day left on my battle pass and I have like 10 levels still left on my battle pass. Anyway, back to my conversation here. The this is a champion collection game. That's what it's supposed to be about, is collecting champions. The fact that if you're not on a server that's old enough, you never see the champion event is asinine in my opinion. Yeah, I guess you can get all of the champions when the new clan event comes around, and you can get 2 or 3 of them out of the summons if you go through the summoning pools. I'm getting some really bad luck there on these turkeys. Anyway, you can get some out of the summoning pool, but that you never see the champion events, and that you can only get them during the other champion events, which is an event that gives you a higher chance at getting the new champions. Like, I think accessibility is one of the bigger problems in the game. I don't want to say the biggest problem in the game because I already addressed what I thought were the 2 biggest problems in the game. But accessibility is huge. There's so much in this game that just isn't accessible, depending on what server you're on. And people aren't going to put up with this. And it feels like right now, like Goat Games has no answer for any of this. Like, they put out this plan that was only half thought through, and they have no answer for it. And what about the servers? Like, why are we still making servers? Why in God's name are we up to 800 and something servers? At least I think that's where we're at. Maybe we're at 9,900 right now. Let's peek and look real quick while I'm sitting here ranting and raving about this. Not that it's a huge rant and rave, but let's see. We are up to server 779. Why in the world do we have 779 servers? It makes no sense. None. It's like they put this in place with no plan. There's no cross-server stuff outside of VOC. Why in the world guilds? Like, if guilds were cross-server, like, this whole problem would really be fixed. The whole server problem would be fixed. If you want to make 800,000 servers, so be it. But you have to make guilds cross-server. Like, you can't put everybody on an island from interacting with other people in the game. It's the fact that guilds are not cross-server is almost as bad as they originally put out guilds with no way for the guild master to leave the guild. Like, they fixed that, but the fact that they're not cross-server is just mind-boggling. And clearly they know how to make things cross-server because we have VOC, right? We have Valley of Conquerors. I really enjoy this game, at least the concept of the game, but I think they have a lot of problems, and honestly, like, I'm not hopeful. I'm really not. Let me know down in the comments how you feel about it. Like, it makes me very, very sad, where it feels like the game is headed, and it makes me sad that I might have to find a different place to go. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. I appreciate all of you. I am Belligerent. Peace.